Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, BakuriBox12 here, and welcome back to another Realm of the Mad God update video. The testing server has reopened to the public, giving us access to 3 new dungeons, 2 of which are reworks and 1 that's entirely original. I haven't tested everything out yet, but from what I've played so far, I gotta say, they've done it again. First up is the new Lair of Shaytans rework. Now this one I didn't actually get to complete, I only played around with it for a couple of minutes, but from what I've seen so far, the room has been greatly expanded, yet somehow still gives you less room to move around, still maintains that same claustrophobia that the original had. All the same enemies and attacks are still here, but they're given to us in a new way, making it a fairly challenging venture. I imagine this will be pretty fun to fight in groups. Next is the Lair of Draconis rework. I knew that this one was coming, but I didn't expect them to change so much. The dragons themselves are still very similar to what they were, and maintain a lot of the characteristics in their boss fights that their original counterparts had, but it's been upscaled tremendously, not just in the sprites or animations, but new phases altogether. The Obsidian Dragon has this crazy cloning phase at the end, Pyre has these tornadoes that pet stasis, Nikao teleports across ice, and Green even has his own tentacle phase now. I didn't get a chance to try out the Ivory Wyvern, but I'm sure it's insane, and I can't wait to give it a shot later, but from what I've played here, I love these new fights. Maybe they have some group exploitation that can be addressed when they come to prod, but at their core, truly magnificent. It's gonna be a little sad to see the old dragons go after being here for so long, but I think it's for the best. But the brand new dungeon that we have is the Cursed Library, dropping from the Beholder. And as a Godlands dungeon, I think they reached the perfect middle ground difficulty, not too hard, not too easy. I didn't play around in the dungeon too much yet, the enemies all seem fine, very appropriate. I like the setting. It feels very reminiscent of a manor in many parts, what with all the bookcases, but it still has its own identity. The boss fight was what took me by surprise though. I don't know what I was expecting, but this dude surprised me with how he behaved. He's running around the room like a dang Pac-Man maze, leaving a trail of slows behind him, following a pattern but still being pretty fast, and then stopping to throw out these beams with gaps in them. Again, it's not a super challenging boss, it's not jaw-dropping amazing, but again, as a Godlands tier dungeon, I'm not expecting anything crazy here. But even given those moderate expectations, I was still impressed with what they delivered. We also have quite a handful of new UTs coming our way. Necronomicon, a tome that curses, Scholar's Seal, buffing everyone's mana and wisdom, which think about that for a moment. Corruption Cutter, a dual-shot dagger. Ronin's Wakizashi, slowing enemies for 6 seconds rather than exposing them. And it looks like Celestial Blade is making a comeback. An item first seen with the original Draconis, and then changed to the annoying Firecracker Katana, and then was changed to Sullen Blade, which we know now as the triple-shot katana. So I'm not sure if they're going to change Sullen Blade to be Celestial Blade again and make it this one-shot katana with a wavy pattern and higher range, or if they're going to make Sullen Blade its own item after this. Or if they're even going to do any of that at all and they just want us to see what it's like. This is the testing server after all, they just want us to try things. In fact, I highly recommend that beginners hop on the opportunity anytime testing servers open. It's a fantastic chance to play with high tier items and practice new content that you wouldn't be able to on your official account. With all of that being said, I am so excited for this update. New dungeons on the way, whether reworks or not, are always exciting to see. I am very much looking forward to playing these when they come to prod, and I hope everyone enjoys them when they do. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, don't forget to check out the next episode whenever I post it, which will probably be soon. Alright, see ya.